Hello and welcome back to Junk Journal Adventures, the series where we make things that are art-ish. Today we have a very special theme. It's sort of a crossover episodes of sorts, but it requires a little bit of explanation before we actually get into the collaging part of this whole extravaganza. So bear with me as I give you the rundown, and I promise we'll get to all the gluing and taping and cutting, and if you behave yourself, you might even get to hold the emotional support bread. So some of you know that last year I joined Bindery, and if you don't know what that is, it's essentially sort of like Patreon, but for bookish content creators. The thing about Patreon is it's basically a subscriber community. It's a way for people to financially support creators that they like. So they'll sign up for like a monthly subscription, and they'll get exclusive content and goodies and things like that. Bindery is very much like that. It's a subscription community, so you sign up, and then I post exclusive videos and content and all kinds of fun things. However, it has one very unique difference, in that I am able to use some of those funds from the subscriptions to actually publish a book through Bindery. So if you've been following along with that whole process, you know that last year I selected House of Frank by Kay Sinclair to be my first book to publish under my imprint, Easy Cat Press. And today I am not only incredibly excited to reveal the cover of House of Frank, but to also use that cover in a junk journal page! So first things first, this is the cover. It's gorgeous, it's stunning, I'm in love with it. We're going to talk a lot about House of Frank today as I build this collage because obviously it's going to be based on the book. But what you should know right off the bat is that it is a cozy paranormal fantasy story. And fans of things like Legends and Lattes and A Very Secret Society for Irregular Witches are going to really love this one. We'll talk more about the book as we go, but I think it's time we started the art portion of this art video. All right, so let's go here. So I printed out two versions of the cover, one that's a little bit bigger and one that's a little bit smaller. I think I'm actually going to use the one that's a little bit smaller for the page. I like the bigger one too, but it is like, I mean, it is massive. I think the smaller one is going to work a little bit better for what I want to do, because I have a plan. I know that's rare on Junk Journal Adventures. Usually we are flying by the seat of our pants. What does that phrase even mean? Flying by the seat of your... I don't understand it, but I don't know what that is, but that's what we do here. Much like junk journaling, I don't know what that is, but that's what we do here. Okay, so here's the vision. Hold on. Let me get my, hold on. God, you're so impatient. Let me find my papers. Where did I put everything? Okay, so I've already selected some papier, and what we're gonna do, is this what I selected? Oh, yes, it is. Okay, so here's the plan, okay? Stick with me. We have this green, dark green and lighter green, okay? And on both sides, I'm gonna have like a little border situation, okay? So I think I want it to kind of like pop off the page a little bit. I'm gonna use some of my three-dimensional hoopy doops here, and it's going to kind of like, this part's going to pop off the page, and it's going to kind of come around here. If you watched the video where I made the frog party, kind of similar vibe, where it's going to be almost like a storybook. We're going to be looking into the woods, and in the woods is where we're going to find this picture, the cover, with the house and the forest. It sounds great in my head. I don't think it probably won't look actually that good. And then in the middle, I want to put like a little bit of this wood paneling, kind of like the wood paneling on the house. And then I want to have, in kind of on the backdrop, is going to be the sky, which kind of has like a similar vibe to the sky here. There's no way all of this is going to work. I have truly bitten off more than I can chew. Okay, so see that one, that idiom, I understand. But you bite off too much and now you can't chew because your mouth's real full and you're like, ooh. Okay, let's start cutting some things. How have you been? How's your week been? Are you feeling good? Great? Bad? This week has been so busy. So, with the cover reveal of this today, obviously that's extremely exciting, but like, it was a lot of work prepping for that and, you know, wanting to get everything ready for that to go. And I'm like, so excited about this book. I'm like, truly, if you haven't heard me talk about House of Frank yet, you should know I'm in love with this book. It was one of my, it was in my like top 3 books that I read last year. It probably was my like second favorite book that I read last year, if not my first. Like, I really, really loved it. And I remember this moment where I was doing some sort of interview, or maybe I was just talking to another human, I don't know. And they asked me, what was your favorite book you read this year? And the first book that came to mind was House of Frank. And I couldn't talk about it yet because we hadn't announced it yet. And I was like, I read, I don't know. And then of course you like forget every other book that you've ever read because that's how readers are. We can't remember anything we've ever read, but we've read a lot. Okay. Just trust us on this. And so the book follows this young witch. Hello? Can we please get into the paper cutter? Like, while we're young, paper. Okay, Okay, you know what? You know what? We're gonna give this just quick little squeeze. Okay, I feel better already, right? What is happening? Why is this so difficult? Okay, hello. Oh my goodness. You know what the problem is? Is that like the paper says it's 12 inches. But and the paper cutter says it's 12 inches, but then they're like a different 12 inches. You know how 12 inches is sometimes different for different people? You know what I'm talking about? That's what this is like. For some reason, getting this paper in this paper cutter is like the hardest thing that I've ever done in my entire life. What were we talking about? Do you even remember? I don't remember a single thing that happened before the emotional support bread got involved, if I'm being honest. Okay, I'm gonna cut this. I want to like cut this sort of like down like this. Oh, but I want it to be kind of over here. So I'm gonna cut this like this, kind of. Sure. Let's get this out. Okay, great. I'm gonna cut it how I think I want it, but like with a little extra room to spare, and then we'll go from there. Actually, I don't hate that because the picture. We already lost the cover art. Hold on. Just everybody, it's fine. I'm okay. This is gonna go like here-ish. So that's actually fine because it's gonna kind of have to go like right there, and that is sort of actually kind of perfect. Actually, so I'm fine with that. And I can always cut this a little bit more if I need to. Okay, great. Love that. And then, so that'll go there. Oh, what a mess this is. We just started. Like, this is why, so oftentimes I get asked, why can't we have nice things? And this is exactly why. Because this is just chaos. So listen, I've been trying to tell you what the book House of Frank is about, and you keep distracting me. And that's, honestly, it's sort of rude of you. Because I'm trying to tell you a story and you keep making this paper cutter not work. I'm telling you, even if you don't make content, even if you don't make videos on the internet, just pretend someone's watching you do everything that you do, and then just blame that person for everything. It is really great for your mental health because suddenly it's their fault. It's their fault nothing is working for you. Why did you crash your car into a supermarket? The person watching you, they were distracting you. It's their fault. I think I found a solution. You'll notice that I still have not told you what the book is. Because apparently I don't know how to I can't stay on topic to save my entire life. Hello? Can I help you? Get out of here. Okay, let me get this situation taken care of, and then I'll be right with you. Please take a number and take a seat at the door. And then this, we're gonna actually just cut down. Everything is fine. Okay, and then this is the part that's gonna pop up a little bit. Like he's gonna pop off the page just a smidge to give it a little bit of three-dimensionality. And then I have to do the same thing over here. But this is where it gets a little hard because I did not give myself very much room to work with. So I wish you could have saw how shaky my hands were. I was like, I'm turning into my grandmother. Okay, it's fine. Okay, all right, like a little secret garden situation. Hello. Yes. Look at that. I did a thing. I did something correctly. For once. Can we just stop here? I feel really good about where we've gotten so far. We've come so far, and yet we have so far to go. It's a little suspect up here, but it's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. And then we want to cut out some of this, but which part? Which part, you ask? Which part will we cut out? Which part has like the coolest like texture? I think maybe this part. Maybe I'll just cut right along that line. Oh my. Let's see how that looks. Okay. As I was saying, House of Frank. God damn it. This will not fit. Hold on a moment, please. Give me a second. This is the hardest day. I just can't get anything to work correctly. House of Frank is a story about a young witch named Psycha, okay? And she has just gone through, she's dealing heavily with the loss of her sister. And so she goes to this place where they have called Ash Gardens, where there is this house run by a beastie creature named Frank. And he's incredibly kind, and he drinks tea, and he owns this place. And basically what they have here is an arboretum where they put the dead to rest, and then the dead like rest in these trees, and they hold ceremonies for them. And in this house, there's all kinds of people living in the house. So there's like an architect witch, there's a mean elf, there's a ghost, there's some other many other characters. And Saika goes there to put her sister to rest, and she gets there and she finds out that Frank is actually looking for someone someone extra to help with these ceremonies that they throw. And Saika is, as it turns out, looking for a distraction to not have to put her sister to rest just yet because she's not ready to let go. And so she's like, hey, why don't I help you? Why don't you just let me help you? Like, just hire me and, pick me, choose me, and I'll help you. And it turns out that she's not really super equipped to help because she doesn't have a traditional amount of magic for a witch. In fact, she has a necklace that is really providing her the little bit of magic that she has, which is not very much. And so, sorry, I just am trying to figure out like how this is going to look best here. Like that, maybe? I could also like cut off this part completely and just put this up here and then just put this here. But I think I like having it have a little bit of, but then we're barely going to be able to see that sky part of it. Like maybe I will, although it kind of works. Maybe let me cut the sky. I'll cut the sky part as if I'm going to, which part of this do I want to use? I mean, that has the most, this side has a lot of gold, which is cool, but this side has the most variation of color, so I think that's the 70s. And so she basically like gets hired, and if you've ever applied for a job that you don't really have the skills for, but you decide to like fake it till you make it, that's essentially what she's doing, okay? And so as she's there, she starts to get to know all the people who live in this house and all the creatures who live in this house, and slowly kind of learns that each of them is sort of dealing with, their own, something of their own that they're trying to move on from. And it's a really beautiful story. So I love it, and it's very cozy, but it's also just incredibly sentimental and incredibly heartfelt, and I've read the book now 3 times. I've cried every single time. I actually cried the most, I think the first time I read it is probably the most I cried, because the author, Kay Sinclair, who is delightful, there's an interview with her on my page if you want to know more about her. She created so I have to tell you how we found her. With Bindery, when we first started with Bindery last year, essentially we're only getting agented authors submitted to us. And the reason for that was like, all of the people that are doing Bindery are all content creators. And if we just came out and said, hey, send us every book you have, anyone can send us a book, we're going to pick one to publish, our inboxes would be so full within minutes that we would never be able to get through all of those manuscripts, right? It would be doing a disservice to the people that were submitting because we would never have enough time to get through all of that. So at first we were only taking manuscripts from agented authors to kind of control the process a little bit more. But then we opened something called Pitch Fest, which, by the way, we're doing another one coming up here in March. I forget the exact date off the top of my head, but if you go, I think it's on March 5th. If you go to Bindery's page on Instagram or TikTok, it will have the information there for you, and it has all the rules and all of that fun stuff. But basically, oh man, look at that. That looks, I really like how that looks. I feel like it might be too much wood, though. I really like the sky, but I also like how this kind of ends right where the skyline ends. Oh man, I don't know. I kind of like that it does that. And then I can kind of do some fun stuff up here and some fun stuff down here. Like, I'm kind of into that. I like it. I like it a lot. I wish we could see a little bit more of the sky, but I'm also kind of okay with the fact that you can only see a little bit of the sky. I guess what I could do to alleviate that is, but this is short over here. That's why I can't do that. I mean, I can cut this a little bit more to give it a little bit more angle, but I just can't do a lot because it will cause problems. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. And I could cut this a little bit more. And yeah, I think that looks great. And then we'll be able to kind of play around with, I think it's, I don't want it to go right there. I want it to go like here. And then we'll play around with putting some other fun stuff around it too. Cool? Great. Let's do it. So the first thing that has to go down is the wood. No, the first thing that has to go down is... Oh my God, this is going to be a hot mess. The first thing that has to go down is this. So how do we find Kay? That's a great question. I'm so glad you asked. So we did a pitch fest where we let indie authors who were unagented submit. And at that point, I'd read a lot of agented works, and I'd read quite a few that I really liked. You know, I had a couple that were on my like short list of like, okay, I like this, I like this, I like this, but I hadn't found anything that was like, you know, love at first sight, that was like exactly the book that I wanted to publish, but I found some things that I really enjoyed. And when we did Pitch Fest, and I read House of Frank, I first of all, I didn't even read it at first. The first thing I read was the pitch letter that was submitted, and even the pitch letter, I was like, this is the book. Like, this is what I've been searching for. But, you know, I still had other books to read. So I started reading it, and I was like, I'm not gonna jump to conclusions. I'm gonna make sure I really like this before I you know, am done. Before I'm done. So I read like the first 3 chapters of House of Frank, and I really loved it. And there was another book that I was kind of eyeing as well, that I was like, oh, I like this too. And so I basically decided to read the other book first, because I wanted to convince myself that the other book was not the book I wanted. Because if I could convince myself that I didn't want that book, then I knew I wanted House of Frank. And I read that other book, like cover to cover in a couple days, and I really liked it. And I was like, well, shoot, now this is going to make for a hard decision. So then I was like, okay, well, I need to fully read House of Frank now so that I can really make my decision, obviously. I read House of Frank, almost the entire book, in a single night. And Kay had created, I'm sure just for her sake, not for anyone else, but she had a link to it in her bio on social media, and to a playlist, to a House of Frank playlist. And I put that on, and it was all very like cozy, peaceful, kind of some sad, like melancholic music, but a lot of it was just like the kind of music you would listen to over tea in the morning. And it was just so beautiful. And I read the entire book cover to cover that night, listening to that playlist. By the end of the book, I was sobbing, not just crying, sobbing. And I knew, I was like, this is the book. This is the entire reason that I signed up to be a part of Bindery, was so that I could bring books like this, help bring books like this into the world, like be a part of that process, because this is the book. Like, this is the book that I was meant to find. Like, it felt a little bit like fate, if I'm being completely honest. And I was like, and I loved it. I just loved it. And here we are, and you know, we signed Kay, like, I think within like a week of that, because I was so adamant. I was like, I have to have, like, this has to be the book I publish. This is the one. Now, here we are. We've sold the audiobook rights, so the audiobook will be out the same day, actually, as the physical book. And anyone who is... I know, I realize a lot of this video is going to seem like I'm advertising my Bindery page, and of course I am a little bit, but I'm also just really hyped for this book. And a big part of what is so cool about Bindery is that, you know, social media content creators like myself get to work with authors and publishers and cover designers and be a part of that whole process. Like, Kay and I both had a huge hand in helping to develop this cover, and that's really, really cool, that we got to be part of that. And so, yes, I am telling you all about how amazing this book is, and I hope you get excited for it. But that's mostly because I'm really excited for it, and I want to share. And you're here, and we're making this beautiful page together. Ooh, I just called a piece of art I'm working on beautiful. That was a lot. I didn't like it. It didn't feel good. Let's go back to self-criticizing. Feels like a much safer space for me, criticizing every little thing I do. But I want also to let you know about this book, because anyone who is part of my Bindery community will get to read it early, obviously. Everyone that's been part of it got to be part of the cover design process, so they've seen it from beginning to end, like how it started, the sketches, little bits and bobs until we got here, and they got the cover revealed to them last week. Not only will you get an early copy of the cover, but if you sign up before a certain date, which I think is in May, you'll also get your name in the book. That's pretty cool too, right? So it's really like, what I love about it is it's like such a community effort. Like it's all like we're working together to bring this incredible book into the world. I think that's really cool. I don't know. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to be able to help authors get their books out into the world, because let's face it, a lot of authors are being asked to do like 20 different jobs, right? They're being asked to be their own social media person, to do all their own marketing, and a lot of them are not getting very much help. Even traditionally published authors are not getting a ton of help from their publishers. And so what's cool about Bindery is like I am specifically picking a book that I love so that I can help hype that author and hype that book up so that they don't have to do as much of that. Although Kay is amazing and is like on social media a lot, and just she is currently doing a series that she's writing a book in 30 days, which is bananagrams, but so amazing. She actually wrote the first draft of House of Frank, I think, in 30 days for National Novel Writing Month last year, and then stayed up for like 36 hours to get the edits ready to submit it to Bindery for our pitch fest, which obviously was worth it because here we are. But I don't know. I don't know if she'll watch this video, but she's like, I'm so inspired by her work and by the dedication she puts into everything, and I just think it's just so amazing. And I feel incredibly lucky and incredibly fortunate to get to work with her on this book, because it really is like a dream come true. It's exactly the kind of book I wanted to be part of publishing. She's exactly the author that I was meant to work with. Like, she's just incredible. So, all of that just to say, just saying things, just wanted to say some nice things. Okay, so we have our little 3-dimensional little situation here. It's not super 3-dimensional, but it's enough. And then I'll do it on this side too, but I'm gonna have to use a lot of these little dots, little dotsy poos. But yeah, so that's it. The book will be out later this year. I'm not allowed to give you a date yet, but the month it will be out rhymes with Schmocktober. Not supposed to tell you that. It's fine. Shh. It's our secret. It's just us here, right? It's just us. It's you, me, and the emotional support bread makes 3, okay? It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Please don't tell anybody I told you. Shh. It's a secret. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. In the words of Gollum, who is a very upstanding individual, as you know, keep it secret, keep it safe. Gollum didn't say that. Gandalf said that. What the hell? Oh my god. I'm gonna lose my Lord of the Rings fan card because that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. What are you reading? Speaking of books, are you reading anything good right now? I've had the worst reading month of my life in February. Okay, let me tell you about it. Can I tell you about it? Do you mind? I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to be posting my February reads reading wrap-up probably on March 1st or March 2nd at the latest. Today is March 28th, or February 28th. I don't know what day it is, let alone where I am. And I just had a really hard time reading this month, and I just had so much going on. If you've been watching my channels, I'm doing a lot more stuff with like junk journaling, doing a lot more board game content, and I'm having such a blast doing it. But it turns out that when you do a lot more of something that takes up more of your free time, you have less time to read. And that's kind of what's been going on with me. And so I hope, my hope is that in March, I will have a little bit more balance in my life. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but I think it's okay. I read a lot in January. I read a lot in December. I think it's okay to have a month where I don't read as much. It's just that when you're used to, if you're a person who is used to reading a ton all the time, it always feels very weird when you have a month where you don't read a lot. Like I feel incomplete. I do feel like something is missing. If I ever have a single day where I don't read anything, like I don't get a chance to read a book, even a chapter, I don't get a chance to, sit down and read at the end of the night, I really feel like part of my day is missing. And so this month has been kind of challenging because there have been multiple days where I haven't gotten to read, and it kind of feels like part of me is missing. So I really want to make more time for that. At the end of the day, I started making book content on the internet because I love books, and they're part of me, they're part of my life, they're part of my story, and to have a great length of time where they are not part of my life and my story, it's just not going to work out. So I need to get back to them this month, and I'm going to make sure I make an effort to do so. Okay, so we have our background. These are a little... it's a little suspicious. We're going to put some things on these. I think... I like that this is a little off-center. That's probably how it should go. I was going to cut it a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I kind of want it to be like... Today is the cover reveal. Like, I can't go cutting up the cover. We got to give it at least a month before I start cutting covers apart. But I have that other picture, so... Can you imagine? It's like, hey, make sure to watch my video where I revealed your cover, and she comes here and I'm just like hacking it apart. That would be bad. That'd be so disrespectful. What is happening? I got these printed at Walgreens, and it was incredibly cheap, so I think that's something I might take advantage of in the future. Not like art. I wouldn't print out like artist art. Like that to me is crossing a line. But like, I don't know, photos from something like, I don't know. I don't really know. I love using actual art in my book, but like only if I can get it from the actual artist, because that feels like kind of important. You know what I mean? Love that. Now we need to figure out some other fun things. Now I was thinking about putting some washi tape on the bottom here. Obviously, like putting some washi tape down here. I have these little foxes. They're very cute. And they could potentially, unfortunately, they can't really go over here because of the three-dimensional part of it, but they could go down here and kind of like tie the whole thing together. I mean, there's not any little foxes or anything in the book, at least not that I recall, but these are kind of cute. These could go up here. I also have these little like lights, like nighttime lights. I thought about putting them up above, but I also might use this because this is like starry night kind of situation. It looks like stars and moons and stuff. There is like a shooting star in the book, which you see on the cover here. Every time someone comments and is like, you should put the washi tape down first, and every time I forget. I'm sorry. I have the memory of a chinchilla. Do chinchillas have bad memories? I actually don't really know. Let me get my little scissors. Oh, I did this so backwards. Like, Jason, what are we doing? What are we doing with our life right now? I ripped it a little bit too close so you can kind of see it, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh, that's so cute. I love the little foxes. They're great. I like to do a little foldy fold just to make sure that everything kind of stays where it's supposed to go. So there's that. Okay, so this is trash. I'm gonna let you hold that because you are an excellent trash holder, as I recall. We have to put some things over here. That's our next project. We need to put things out here. Let's look at some stickers. This is our Forest Fairies and Fungi sticker book. I think I am going to put some fairies in here. Ooh, look at these. They're so cute. Except I am going to have to cut them out. Okay, I love this frog. Immediately, yes. I didn't even look at anything. I was just like, that frog for sure. Oh, I have to cut all these out though. They have like the thickest, whitest border of my life. Like, who did this? Listen, if you're out there and you're a person who makes sticker books, because as you know, I'm sure at least half of my followers are people who make sticker books, I've determined. Can you not, with these borders, please? Like, get it together. Who do you think you are? What are your plans for March? Are you planning to do anything in particular super fun? What are we planning in March? We're going to a concert. There's a I forget which Batman it is, but there's a Batman. They're doing Batman in concert, so it's one of the like Danny Elfman composed Batmans. I think it's the first one that they did, and they're doing it in concert here. So we're gonna go see that. They reached out to me. The Orlando Orchestra reached out to me and was like, "Do you want to come?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." I think there's still tickets. So like, if you're in Orlando and that's your jam, you should think about that because I think it's gonna be all kinds of fun. No, get over here. You need to come off that. There we go. That's better. That frog almost got away with ridiculous. I think I'm just gonna put some fairies. I also have some ghost stickers. I want to put some ghosties, and then I have some like some moon and stars and other nonsense to put up there too. I want cute fairies though. Some of these fairies are a little scary. I don't want scary fairies. Scafaries. Oh, look at the little rat. Like that baby under that mushroom. I don't like that baby. That baby just. I don't trust that baby. Those are not fairies. There's a bear. We always come back to this bear. I swear this bear shows up every time I'm doing a video. He's like, hello? Is it my turn yet? Are you ready for me? I think that's what the bear sounds like. I really like these fairies that are having like a little tea party. They're really cute. And I would I'm going to do it, but cutting these out is going to be absolute nightmare. Oh, no. Listen, will you judge me if I just put them in like this with like the white border? I mean, do you hate it? Do you hate it? Be honest. If I had not cut out the frog, it would be better. I mean, I feel like I have to cut it out. But what if I didn't? What if I just didn't? I mean, they'll stand out more if I don't. I'm gonna not. Because I think if I cut them out, it'll be dark and it'll be hard to see them on the background. I need to balance that out, so I have to put something over here too that has its background still on it. I think I'm gonna use this scary baby because some of these like grown lady fairies are also like they also make me a little nervous. I mean that balances out. That's fine. Why is this frog not sticking down, bro? Can I help you? We also have flowers, so let's put some flowers, right? These are I don't really want red flowers. Pink flowers might work. It's hard to see the red. Get out of here. Pink. These are like kind of pink-ish. Those are kind of cute. Okay, those can stay. Those will get put like maybe like there. That's kind of cute. No. These are yellow. Oh, I like the yellow. Yes, yes, yes. We do have some the sunflowers though. Get out of here. The sunflowers are better. Those are not sunflowers. But regardless, I like them, so they're gonna stay. I really like the yellow. The yellow is like a call-in to me. These are cute, so we could do some of these. We could do like these. We could do these. Then we can do these over here. And then there's these little white ones too, and maybe we put them like kind of here. Okay, that can be cute. I like all of that. And then I have some butterflies. Huh? How do we feel about butterflies? How are we feeling? How are we feeling about butterflies? I feel good. Feeling good about butterflies. Oh, but this one little flower. Oh, here's a butterfly. This one little flower. Where does he go? Does he go here? I also printed out 2 quotes from the book. I think I know which one I'm going to use that I'm going to cut and put in here. I have these, which we used in our last video. These are like little, like cute little nooks. I don't know. Oh, but this is like a little. Oh, I should not have put those fairy children there because this would be perfect here. I might have to move the fairy children. Is this bigger than this? Oh, it is. Okay. The fairy children may need to go. These are like little greenhouses. They're so cute. Okay. I may be pulling these fairy children off the board. I mean, I could put like 3 of these going up the wall like that. Is that crazy? Okay. I'm going to have to pull them off. Oh, I hope they come off. I mean, these stickers are going to be ruined. That's unfortunate. Oh, maybe not, actually. Look at that. Hold on to that for me, will you? And then this one... And you can hold this one for me too. Thank you. You're doing great. A+. I mean, he's trying to get off the page already. Anyway, can you hold him for me? Make sure he doesn't go anywhere though, because he's like trying to run away. So I'm going to start with the yellow flowers. Ooh, yeah, that looks good. Okay, what did I do with the other one? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, no. No. Oh, no, this is pink. What did I do with the other one? Am I gonna have to stop the camera to figure out what I did with that flower? Is this real life? It's like white. Do you see it? Do you see where I put it? Hello? These are the 3 yellow ones that we're gonna go there. This is here. These are all of these. Let me put these in oh my god. Is this This is so embarrassing. Where did I put it? Do we like this greenhouse more than this? No, we like this one. Oh, it's right here. Oh. I couldn't see it. It's see-through. It was invisible. It was hiding from me. Oh my god. That was a whole... That was ridiculous. That was so embarrassing. Okay, so there's that one. I'm putting these here. Do not let me lose them. Oh, that looks cute. Okay, I put these here so I wouldn't lose them. Look at me. So smart. Oh, that looks so cute. Come on. All right, now, am I going to cover up those flowers if I do this? Oh my gosh. Although, I could put the greenhouse over here, and then I could just put all the little fairy houses over here. That might be cute. Maybe we'll do that. And then maybe our frog can actually still stay here. Yeah, our frog can hang out here. Well, I wonder if I just made one 3-dimensional like that. We are getting wild today. Like, we are doing things, and then this one, we're gonna... Oh my gosh! So exciting. Are you excited? You better be. If I come over there and you're not excited, I'm gonna be furious. Would it help if you got to hold the emotional support bread? I'll let you hold that, because sometimes that perks me right up. And then this will go right here. I keep losing things, you guys. I think my memory's starting to go. I mean, I recently had a birthday, and maybe this is a sign that I'm starting to lose it. Are you still holding on to those fairy children for me? Because I feel like I don't know that they're coming back into this book at this point, because I just don't know that we have room for them. I mean, I maybe have room for this one, and he can like hang out over here, but I am going to cut him out. The little tea party children, though, I think they're a no-go. I think they're out. I think they didn't make the cut. I actually it's like pretty regular for me to put stickers in and then change my mind and then pull them back out and like shove them back into their books. I sometimes like cut it out of the finished video because I'm like, people don't need to see how indecisive I am. But today I will keep it because I want you to be a part of that process. But it happens a lot. Like the amount of footage I cut of me just like pulling things back out that I already put in and just hope you guys don't notice is, it seems like a lot. Like when I'm watching the videos back, I'm like, oh, there Jason goes again, pulling stuff out that he just put in there. It's because I changed my mind, you know? People are complicated creatures, and we change our minds, we grow, we learn, we realize fairy children were not the vibe. And we remove them forcefully from our cozy little life. Our quote, maybe that is what goes over here. So I got two, but I think I'm going to use the shorter one. I think I'm going to use the one that says, I spoke the truth and the world didn't end. The other quote I have is, I will act on my final promise to you. I will live, I will travel, I will write and play music. I will continue to fall deeper and deeper in love. I love that. So these are both quotes from the book, obviously. I was going to use another quote. I was just going to pull a quote out, and then I was like, wait. It makes no sense to use a quote not from the book. Oh no, I think I know what I'm gonna do, and it's so annoying. I'm gonna cut out the individual sentences, and I'm gonna tape them as individual sentences. I know, it's a lot. It's very extra, but it is, I think it's the right call. Okay, I mean, right? That's gonna look really good there. Okay, so then, now comes the challenging part. I'm going to use the back of this paper for gluing. Yeah, this was the right way. I maybe could have cut the top of that first one a little bit more, but it's fine. We're here now. Fun fact, this is just so that you guys know, this book does have a little love story in it, which is very cute. And this sentence, I will act on my final promise to you. I will live, I will travel, I will continue to play music, I will continue to fall deeper and deeper in love. There is actually not a period on that sentence in the book. It continues on to say who this person is falling in love with. So there's a little sneak preview for you. Okay, so then I have some stickers somewhere that are like kind of starry sky situation. And then, oh, wait, whoa. Hold on. We got some bejewels. Let's put some, hold on. Let's do bejewels last. We're going to put some yellow bejewels in the sky for sure. For sure. Okay, so I love these stars, and they're kind of like, they're like gold. Like this one is a shooting star. Like definitely want some of these in here. If you were here for the last junk journal page, I used ones that were kind of similar to this. I don't want to look for my tweezers at this point. You know when you're like far enough into a project that you're just like, you know what, it's fine. I'm not looking for my tweezers. We'll just deal with it. We'll just deal with what we have, how we have, when we have. You know what I mean? Okay, and then last thing, I promise, we're gonna put some little bejewels. They kind of fit, sort of. They're like stars. Just imagine, they're stars. Listen, don't argue, they're stars. When you make your junk journal page, you can make the stars whatever you want. You can spit on the page and call them stars. I won't judge. I mean, I will, but not out loud. I will make like my grandmother and judge silently. That's not true. My grandma judges out loud all the time. Okay, we have to put the date. Think about putting like this here, and that is what I'll put the date on. I think that's what I'm gonna do, because that space is kind of missing something. And I think this is the perfect something to put there. Look at that. So let me just use this to put some glue on this. Cover up this flower a little bit, but that's okay. And then we'll put the date on that. So today, what is it today? Is it the 20? I'm gonna put the 29th, because today is the 28th, but the 29th is the day that we're revealing the cover. And that's the day I wanna remember. You know what I mean? Maybe that's like frowned upon to put a date that it's not actually, but you know, it's the day I wanna remember. I wanna remember the day that we revealed this cover, because I don't know, this feels significant that I am publishing a book that I really love, with an author that I just think is amazing, and I can't wait to see all the amazing stories she tells going forward. Feels really special, and I want to remember that date. You know what I mean? It's a day I want to be able to look back at this and remember. I think we are done. Okay. Oh, this baby is coming right off the page, sir. So this is the page, the official reveal for House of Frank and our junk journal adventure for the day. We have the cover, obviously the centerpiece of all of this. We have flowers, we have the date, we have a quote from the book, we have stars, we have these fun little like fairy nook houses, we have this greenhouse. We have little foxes. They're so cute. I love this. I think I probably could have, like I said, kind of cut or done something a little bit different with the actual art. But like I said, because this is for the cover reveal, I really wanted it to kind of like stay intact. Listen, frog. This frog is trying to come off the page. I swear. Stay down, sir. You too. Anyway. Okay, thank you so much for joining me on this little junk journal adventure. Let me know what you think of this page. I really like how this came out, actually. I feel like I did a lot more with like texture and like dimensionality and like making things pop up a little bit more. It's like a pop-up book right now, which I think is really fun. Let me know what you think of the cover of House of Frank. Like I said, if you are at all interested, the book is going to be available for people to buy in stores, online, all of that fun stuff, all right? But if you're interested in watching the process as we continue to work on it, if you're interested in getting behind the scenes look, if you're interested in exclusive content from me, if you're interested at all in having your book in the name, having your name in the book, all of that stuff is stuff that you can get at my at Easy Cat Press, which is my subscriber community over on Bindery, and I'll leave a link to that down below so you can check. There are different tiers as well. You also could just like hit the follow button, so you can do a free follower level. You don't get to see all of the exclusive stuff, and you won't get your name in the book, but it's a good way to kind of just keep tabs on, I just threw something at myself. Keep tabs on the book, figure out like when it's coming out, see important updates like that. Either way, thank you for watching with me today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for doing some art with me, and I'll see you next time.